Shalom and peace to the scattered. Shalom and peace to the scattered of the elect that Shalom and peace to the elect that was scattered to the four corners of the earth via the slave trade, who I believe are the American blacks and those that are like us that was spreaded throughout the four corners of the earth, you know, during that time period, even until today. But this video right here is going to be about a conversation that I had with a guy called Rob Rack. Rob Rack, he calls himself the Hebrew with a machete. You know what I mean? I guess he goes around and calls himself beating up the Jesus doctrine. You know, he's an Old Testament brother. Well, he's not. He's not really an Old Testament brother. I think he just opposed to the Book of Genesis, and what I'm thinking now is just the first chapter of Genesis. You know, based off of some of the arguments that he made, and that's what this video is going to be about. Okay, so Rob Rack, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and I've been meaning to present this video then, but now I'm just getting time, so here it is. He made, you know, 3 arguments, and 2 of them I deal with right now. The third one I'll deal with later, which is about mamzers. He has this whole idea about mamzers that I get into in the to another video. But the other 2 arguments that he tried to make were that Elohim and Elohim and YHWH are different. And then so I was like, wow, you know, I want to hear that. And then he was like, yeah, YHWH is the son and the Elohim is the father. So I was like, cool, you know, bring that out. So he was like, basically, I'll give you $100 if you could show me YHWH in the first book of Genesis. So I was like, wow, you know, I haven't been asked something like that before, so that was kind of new to me. And he was like, you won't be able to find it. I was like, no, I don't see it. So he was like, bam, I got you. So I'm like, so YHWH and Elohim are different because you can't find both of their names in Genesis 1. He was like, yeah, you know, YHWH wasn't there, you know what I mean? And the Elohim created everything. He did everything in 7 days, and he off chilling and letting everybody else handle their work. So I was like, wow, that's pretty strange. You know, I wasn't even ready to deal with something so stupid. You know, because when you read Genesis 2, this is what you see. You know, Genesis 2 is, you know, pretty much of a summary of Genesis 1. And what do you see? Every plant of the field before it was the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till it. So if Genesis 2 is a recap of Genesis 1, and you see YHWH Elohim together, YHWH being the Lord, God being Elohim, you see those 2 together. So, you know, I didn't have a chance to bring that out to him, so I would like to hear his response to that. You know, how is YHWH the son when you see them there together? And most people, and this is, you know, from one of the brothers who gave me a clearer understanding on God and the Lord being merciful and God being the judger. You know what I mean? That kind of makes sense to me. But to say that they're 2 different people, you know, based off of that Genesis 1 idea, is pretty sloppy. You know what I mean? And then he turns around and says that YHWH and Satan are brothers. And I was like, brother, that's a hell of a revelation that you definitely got to be able to deal with. And that's something I need you to present to me right now. And he said, no problem. So he took me to the book of Job and verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So first of all, if the sons of God came to present themselves to the Son, and Satan came also among them, why is Satan presenting himself to the Son and not the Father if they're both brothers? I mean, that's the first thing. But and then he was like, hey, it says, and Satan came also among them. So, boom, what family what stranger comes to a family gathering? I'm like, hey, the same thing that happens at a cookout, a family cookout, or a family reunion. They bring people with them that aren't part of the family. And then I didn't put it like that, but I forget how I put it. But then he was like, yeah, that's eisegesis. I'm like, you just sat here and talked about, kids getting if you're going to be the arm of the Lord and you're going around splashing people's heads, that's eisegesis because that's how you look at it. But anyways, he used this as the proof text of Elohim and Satan, YHWH and Satan being brothers. So it's funny how when you see Satan came also among them, that makes him a brother. But why is this word also right there? For brothers that don't know what also means, which I thought everybody knew what also means, we'll just look it up. Also, it means two. So he came with them too. He came with them too, or as well, or besides, or in addition to. So Satan came in addition to the sons of God. Or he came besides the Son. He came as well or besides the Son of God. So he was also there. You know what I mean? So for him to use this little verse to try, well, not little verse, but this little concept to say that Satan and YHWH are brothers, it just shows you that he hasn't done any scriptural research, because when you look up different verses among, one people among another people, it doesn't say that they're the same people. Especially when you go to Micah 5 and 8. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the field, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth it in pieces, and none can deliver. So when the remnant of Jacob is among the Gentiles, is that making the remnant of Jacob Gentiles? No. We know that, the Lord will always keep a remnant that are going to be righteous and obedient. So those are the obedience that's going to be among the Gentiles. So for him to say that because Satan was among the children of God, that makes him a brother or a son of God, that's pretty ridiculous. You know what I mean? And then let's read some more. Ezekiel 4 and 13, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I would drive them. Is that making Israel a part of the Gentile nations because they're eating their defiled bread amongst them? No. Even the New Testament has a right that Rod Rat tries to beat up and say that he's the Jesus beater. Let's read John 7 and 35. Then said the Jews amongst themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So this is like the same language that you see in Job 1 and 6, the dispersed among the Gentiles. And then you see also among them. So, it's not too hard to understand. So that guy's trying to say that Satan and the Lord are brothers, or YHWH are brothers. That's a silly, ridiculous statement to try to use one verse and to try to prove it when you really can't. You know what I'm saying? And basically Satan was used to discipline God's people. You know what I mean? If you want to use that paradigm, that's fine. Because you see what happens after that. And the Lord said unto Satan, where comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord, and said, from going to and fro the earth, walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil. So that right there lets you know that Satan, he's here to try you. You know what I mean? And he's here to discipline you. So he definitely has a role, but to say that he's a son, that's pretty when nowhere in the text is saying that, not even, you know, in Job is it saying that Satan is the son, because why would YHWH, if he's the son of the Elohim, why would he make Satan to be worshipped? I mean, why would he make Satan to worship the creation? You know, and that's only if you subscribe to the book of Adam and Eve, I believe it is. Adam and Eve, Satan was supposed to worship Adam and Eve. He was supposed to bow down and worship Adam and Eve. And then he basically said, forget this, I'm not going to create, you know, worship them. They're beneath me. They're weakly, fleshly beings. So he dipped. You know what I mean? So if you subscribe to that story, why would Satan have to worship those created in the image of Yahweh Elohim? You know what I mean? Why? So it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because you see nowhere that you know, any of the sons of God are behaving in the manner of Satan at all. So, you know, I just wanted to bring that out, and I'll be bringing out the Memza video soon about, you know, how, you know, he got that wrong as well. So let me go ahead and sign out. G-Checker signing out. Peace and shalom to, you know, the brethren that are scattered abroad. Stay strong. Stay in the faith. Stay in the truth. And you know what I mean. Stay obedient and keep shattering these false doctrines.